Hey everybody, ronarray here, and GG just released a new patch at night, changing some things for Path of Exile 2 classes and especially for Bear. So, after that patch, there been a very important bug fix, which is buffing our Bear build and is going to make our life significantly easier. So in this video, I wanted to showcase the tech that you can now use to make the duration of your buff significantly higher. And I'm going to provide all the information that you will need to use it in your build. Let's go, and I will be able to explain everything. And feel free to subscribe to the channel if you appreciate quick videos with mechanics like that. So now let's talk about what happened and how we can utilize it. So previously, in the game there been a bug with Walking Calamity, which been very annoying. So when you're setting your Walking Calamity to the second weapon set, unfortunately you can't use a proper second weapon set passives for your Walking Calamity, because when you're swapping back to first weapon set, you're not using Walking Calamity anymore. That bug been pretty annoying, and GG just fixed that bug in the patch, leading to a very cool tech that we can now utilize with the weapon sets, and it's going to help us a lot with Walking Calamity duration without losing anything at all. So at the moment my Walking Calamity is 30 seconds long, which is absolutely amazing, and my buff from Lunar Assault is also 60 seconds long, which is making my life significantly easier. So how you can utilize that thing for yourself? First off, you will need to make sure that your Lunar Assault set only to weapon set 2 and not to weapon set 1. Open your inventory and you will need to lock your weapon for the second weapon set. So initially you need to make sure that your second weapon set is empty, so there should be no weapon at all. Change to your main weapon set. Hold your mouse over here and you can click the right mouse button, which will lock to all weapon sets. When you're doing it, you will have the same weapon in both weapon sets instead of swapping to another weapon, which is pretty good. After you're done with that, you will need to open abilities and make sure that all your abilities set to only weapon set 1, except Lunar Assault, it should be set to weapon set 2 right here and not to 1. And everything else set only to 1, so like Furious Slam is 1, Shockwave Totem is 1, and so on and so on and so on. And Walking Calamity should be set to weapon set 2 as well, so like everything else, like Rampage to weapon set 1, Ferocious Roar to weapon set 1, and all auras could be set to both sets or only to 1 as well. So after you finished that thing, we will need to change the passive tree. So now let me explain how to set up the tree for the additional duration. So at the moment you will need to drop 10 passive points from your build. Personally, I'm dropping it from physical damage right here, 2 points. I'm dropping it from Tides of Change, we don't need it anymore. And I'm also dropping it from that line, like from Primal Growth. So if you don't have enough, you can also drop those 2 points. We're going to get them back anyway. So when you have 10 passive skill points open, as you can see, I have it right here, you need to click on the weapon set. First starting with weapon set 2, and for weapon set 2 you can easily allocate all the duration, so 3 points here, 3 points here, and you also will be able to allocate 3 points right here for duration. So as you can see, for the second weapon set your points are going to be green, so here, here and here. And after that we also will need to allocate 10 points for the first weapon set, which we are going to fight the enemies. So I'm allocating physical damage right here, I'm allocating full line to reach Primal Growth right here up top. And on top of that I'm also allocating a Reverberating Impact right here as well for a little more area of effect. And or you can get like impact area for yourself, that's absolutely fine. So I'm ending up with something like that. There's still 1 point up, so I'm probably just going to use it for attack area damage right here. And that's how the tree looks after it. So we have red points here and red points here. So now, when you're using your Walking Calamity, you will automatically swap to the second weapon set. You will get a huge 30 seconds duration, same with Lunar Assault, and then you will swap back to your main set when you're using like Furious Slam, Maul, or Rampage, you're going to just have more damage for all of those skills. To swap faster, you can also use Maul. There's also a little thing to the right, like Weapon Set 1. Make sure the Maul that you are using is from Weapon Set 1 too. And I still recommend to keep Prolonged Duration at your Walking Calamity. I think it's providing a lot of bonuses. After some testing yesterday, I would say that Hourglass it seems not working with Walking Calamity, so instead I'm currently recommending Elemental Focus. And Rapid Attacks at the moment is a test as well. I'm not 1000% sure that that gem is working properly for Walking Calamity as well, so after some testing I might remove it or keep it in the build based on kind of behavior that Walking Calamity is going to showcase. So check the guide in the description for the 3 more information about supports and other help about the build, and stay updated. You can also ask me on the stream if you have any questions about something like that too, and I will try to help you. So the big question is, can we use that weapon swap tag for something else? And theoretically, we can use it to boost area of effect for Walking Calamity. So for example, investing into additional points like area of effect here, going for reverberating impact in the green set. Since we have about 14 additional points to play around, I think it could be a thing. But at the moment, I believe that smaller AoE for Walking Calamity is helping out a lot with single target, because all meteors is practically falling in one particular place. And I don't really believe that part is really necessary. And there's also an option to place Rampage in the second weapon set and run something like Price for Freedom for additional cost efficiency for Rampage. But adding like 4 additional points and moving the Rampage to a second weapon set is not worth it at the moment, in my opinion. I'm probably going to experiment a little more with weapon set swaps, because at the moment it seems like it's working. And since GG is fixing bugs that are currently connected with that, I think there could be at least a few cool particular techniques that we can utilize to make the bear even stronger, so stay tuned for more updates in the nearest future. I'm also going to optimize some parts of the tree for very high levels, like 95 and higher, so in case if you're very close to those or you're going to reach there soon, there are going to be a few updates for it as well. And the last part of information about the patch, in the current patch, GG also nerfed the distance of the dash at the bear. So when you're clicking your spacebar in the bear form, you're currently dashing at 30% less distance. I would say it could affect our gameplay in some particular situations, especially if you're getting stuck in the monsters too often. I don't really feel like it's a very big nerf, but bear could fail a little slower because of the dash distance, and you will need to be a little more careful as well, especially when you're just using the rampage and running head-on into enemies. So make sure you're not doing it and you're using additional way to just path around the enemy. I also hope that GG will keep patching the game and adding additional fixes to some particular interactions, animation bugs, and a little clunkiness that's happening with some particular skills. I think it will significantly improve quality of life and the whole experience of all of us who's playing shapeshifting builds.